My name's Fasi Zaka. And just for the curious, it's spelled F-A-S-I, not F-U-S-S-Y. But I'm not bothered if you call me F-U-S-S-Y. If you want to be a jerk, that's fine. And this show is basically a collaboration between two people, which is myself and my cousin, who's always behind the camera. His name is Zeeshan. And the idea was to have something a bit more substantial than the usual. At least that's the idea behind it. A bit of history. This started a couple of days ago when I was sleeping and just thinking of all my ex-wives. And I got a call from my cousin. And he basically wanted us to start some kind of show. And I was quite interested. Except, of course, I did have a few reservations. Well, that depends. Do I have to take a shower every week for this thing? So I got serious and started off with the wardrobe selection. It's not really double XL, it's probably small or medium, but you know how these Americans are. So what is this show about? Well, we decided that we would have a show that would be interview based, looked at musicians, music journalists, all those people on the mainstream. And here are basically two guys from Peshawar, outside the mainstream, looking in. And we really want to interview without flattery exercises, you know, just be relaxed and have some fun in the process. And also, crucially, ask the tough questions they want to avoid. If you look at music in Pakistan or the whole industry, there are a lot of cliches and abnormalities. For example, we've got rich kids singing angry rock songs about joblessness. We've got sponsored acts without soul, as if carbonated music would somehow create artists. And while this industry is growing, we'd like to have our part in analyzing it. So this show is called The Music Factor.
No, I don't think this is good.
No, what's wrong with it? It's perfectly fine.
It won't work. It won't work.
What's wrong with you, man?
No, I mean, it's
chill.
It's sucky, you know.
What do you mean sucky?
You know,
who's got creative control here?
I do.
Oh, okay, fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, there has been a change. This show will now be officially called I Am on the Fringe.
You might want to know a little something about me. I'm a former supermodel of Pakistan, and recently I've decided to, you know, expand because I was tired of just being really good looking. Because, you know, being good looking has its limits, and I wish to go beyond that. I wish to show that I can think, that, you know, I know, for example, who the President of America is and things like that, that, you know, I've got a brain. We got a hold of JEHANGIR Aziz and we decided to break ground on this program by talking to him. Alright, we're here with JEHANGIR Aziz, whose song Never Change has been on the charts for quite a long time. And he's billed as the youngest and probably the first grunge musician in Pakistan. And we're just here to find out what influences him and what makes him tick and what his plans are for the future.
Well, my main influences were, I think it started from Nirvana. Mainly started because of that. I just like that obscure feeling of Nirvana. It was a bit mysterious for me. And Sajid Ghafoor, of course, he was my mentor. I really liked his lyrics and his composition.
Okay, one of the things I've always thought about, I've seen all your other songs and I've looked through the lyrics, and they're what you'd call beautiful but very underwritten, and that's something that's pretty mature. And it's the same thing I noticed actually with Sajid's lyrics. Sajid, by the way, is in Sajid and Zeeshan. Their song King Himself is also on the charts, both released pretty much simultaneously. So one of the things is, I mean, you brought it up yourself also on your website, is your age. How come, where do you get the material to write these lyrics from?
I just get them, I told you, like, I was influenced by Sajid, right? So I really liked his lyrics. And, but I also think that life is very unpredictable. So like, it's mainly just a stream. And as you go on in life, you go on in many other channels. It's really not up to you. So it's mainly because of that.
Okay, do you have a girlfriend?
Not as of yet, but...
Would you like one?
I'm concentrating more on studies at the moment, so let's hope that goes.
Because there are a lot of people who want your number. Can I give it to them?
Well, not now. If you want my dad to kill me, then yeah, you can.
Okay, Peshawar University's Bilal and Amjad, I'm really sorry.
I always do it.
Okay.
You know, I mean, what do you intend to do? Do you have an album planned?
Yeah, inshallah, it'll be up after 1 year, I think.
Okay, now we're gonna see some clips from JEHANGIR Aziz's first video, which is called Never Change. Alright, okay, I'm going to ask you a question and I want you to think about this before you answer. Which is, you know, a lot of angst-ridden music, like grunge, it's based on the school of hard knocks in life. And here you are closeted, you live in the, you study in the American school, and you're taking, working class music and making it your own, but you're not obviously working class. What do you think of this dichotomy?
Like what I think.
Alright, I'm just trying to say is that, your music is of a type which is traditionally comes from lower urban classes.
Mm-hmm.
You're obviously not a lower urban class. You've got an excellent education. You've got, a good environment. You're pretty secure. So, where does that anger come from that, marks this music?
It was really, I told you, it was because of Nirvana.
Right.
I really loved his music. And though his lyrics, many people think they're crap, which I don't think so, because they really have this meaning. And they always give it in the same song. And plus, in their music, they give the same feeling with it. It's just amazing.
Polly wants a cracker.
Polly wants a cracker.
What does that mean?
Was it something about rapings? I think it was.
God, you have a sick mind. Tell us about your second video.
Yeah, the second video will be shot in Lahore. It's called Show Me Something Real.